Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How's it going up there in North Carolina?
Oh, it's good. It's good. It's cool actually. I mean, I know I wear this little guy all the time, but today I actually mean it. It's actually I don't even know what the temperature is right now, but it feels like less than 70, I think. I don't know, somewhere around there. So it's nice. I might regret having all these trees and the shadows, no sun really gets to this area. I might regret that in the winter, but for right now it's comfortable. So and
Well,
how are things in
I've
sunny
never
side?
experienced winter in North Carolina, but I will say my experience of winter in Wisconsin, like trees or no trees, there's not a lot of sunshine happening in the wintertime anyway. So
Well,
it
we'll
might
see. I'm kind of hoping for like blue skies and cold air, as opposed to like gray everything. So
I
I don't
I
know.
hope that's what you get. I but I have no idea.
We'll see. We'll soon find out as these it's going to be kind of fun to see this because I'm going to try and I'll stay outside as long as I can. And then you'll get to see the leaves change,
The
and then we'll
leaves are
get to see
gonna
no
change.
leaves, and yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be a fun, and then I'll be like, screw this, I'll be by the fire. So
I will say that is one of the biggest things I miss from Wisconsin is the change in seasons because Florida is just it's hot or it's hotter or ridiculously hot. Like
yes,
those are the
I,
choices.
I I always marked the seasons by either we're back in school and traffic is crazy again, or it's snowbird season and traffic is crazy again. So it was those are really the demarcations of the seasons for me.
Yeah.
We'll see. I experienced each season, but I've never experienced the transition of the seasons. So I'm excited for that. And
Very cool.
what's
Very
going on
cool.
down there? Tell me. I
Oh
saw
my
everybody
god,
out at the moon tonight.
we had our super blue full moon in Aquarius cacao ceremony last night. Um, we ended up with 19 people, which
Beautiful.
that is definitely the biggest cacao ceremony that I've ever even participated in. Like I've
Wow.
let it go, I've never seen a cacao ceremony this big before. I was a little bit nervous about the size of the space and would we all fit and could I handle holding space for that many people. So I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit nervous. I was also a little bit nervous because one of the participants is someone who has a lot of experience in the more traditional shamanic world. He had invited me to a cacao ceremony that was like over the top traditional shamanic, and that's not the kind of cacao ceremony that is typically held in the body and soul ministry space. And so I was a little nervous about like, was I going to get any judgment there? The ceremony was incredible. We had our new mugs. I should have brought them. I should have been drinking my cacao out of one of those this morning, but our potter, Cheryl Brown, did an amazing job. And like I had talked about, the glaze is a white glaze. And so people did enjoy last night. Because whenever I look at the residue inside my cup, I'm always like, this is like reading coffee grounds. Like there's messages within the residue of the cacao inside the cup. And so unfortunately, not everybody got to drink out of those mugs because I only had, so I'd ordered 12 of them thinking that would be enough. And then people just kept signing up for this cacao ceremony. I was even like shutting down registration and people were still finding ways to register and get in.
Wow.
So, and then Cheryl told me, well, I made 14 because I always make a couple extra just in case something happens. And I'm like, well, if all 14 come out good, I will buy all 14 of them. And they still weren't enough. And
You're gonna have to double your order.
I'll see how future ceremonies go. If they continue to be this big, I will get more mugs because they are so cool. They are so awesome. But ceremony was beautiful. Tears were shed, laughs were had, insights were felt, community was created. That was one of the big comments last night, was that people feeling safe and in a community of like-minded people. And, like, that's always necessary, but in our post-pandemic world, like, it is needed so much more. And also, as people are, like, more and more people are having their spiritual awakening. And like, if you're having a spiritual awakening and nobody around you is in that space, it can feel really lonely and uncomfortable. And so, creating this community where everybody can feel safe to come in and talk about, what's going on for them in that spiritual journey. And so cool. And so next cacao ceremony is booked for September 2nd for Labor Day. I'm actually doing a morning one because I had some people say, I really want to go, but I'm an early to bed person. Evening is not my thing. And if you ever have an early one, let me know. So the registration is open. You can go to votgpodcast.com/events and register for that cacao ceremony. And hey, just in case it's like this one, don't wait, register early.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, it was like, it felt so good. And we missed your presence, but Doris was so awesome and stepped up to assist me. So I don't know, like, it would have been tough to hold that space by myself. So super excited that Doris is stepping up and helping me out when I don't have you here.
That's so awesome. I'm so excited. Like, how beautiful that everything that we envisioned is just unfolding and unfolding and unfolding. And there's always more, there's always the next level, which is so exciting.
There is always more. I want to give a shout out quick. Cher's out there saying good morning. And I know Cher is not an evening person, so I don't know if you were on and heard, but Cher, you need to come to that morning cacao ceremony on the 2nd. I would love to see you there. Yeah. So, hey, what's our topic for today?
Looks like we have, how do you cultivate gratitude in your life? It's so interesting how, gratitude is not just an amazing thing, but it's also kind of turned into one of those buzzwords, like authentic. And if you're not careful, it just gets to be like, oh, it's not special. Yeah, gratitude. But it really does add so much to your life, when you sit in gratitude. And I will tell you, sometimes it takes an absolute conscious effort. There are days where I'm like, I'm grateful. I'm like, wait, I don't think I'm supposed to do it like that. So yeah, I don't know. How do you see it showing up in your life? I shouldn't say showing up, because the word is cultivate. So cultivate is intentional, right?
Yeah. Well, and even with this cacao ceremony, for so long, I've been receiving messages from Source, Spirit, the universe, that, I need to work with people in groups, not just individual, like, I will always, well, I don't know this for a fact, but I feel like I will always be doing my individual healing sessions. It's just such a part of who I am and what I do. I can't imagine not doing them. But continuing to get these messages, like, you need to work in groups. You need to, do more of your work in a group setting. And so, this has been a process over the last few years. And there's been a little bit of frustration that, like, if you build it, they will come. Like, we're building it, and not always enough people are showing up, and get to the space of like, dang, like, you asked me to do this, I'm doing this, and like, so where are the people that I'm supposed to be doing this for? And so then here comes this cacao ceremony, and I'm like, all of a sudden I'm like, oh, people are signing up. This is so cool. Nice, wonderful. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, there's too many people. I can't do this.
You asked.
And Spirit had a little message for me. They're like, you're asking for more, and we're giving you more. Like, your response is not the appropriate response. And I did. I had to check myself and shift into like, oh no, just pure gratitude. Like, yes, the people are finally showing up. This is amazing. And I needed to create that shift into the gratitude for last night to be the amazing night that it was. So yeah, it's sometimes it's challenging to stay in gratitude, but it definitely creates better outcomes when you can get there.
Totally.
How about you?
I saw this one TikTok the other day that it was somebody, I forget who it was, but it was somebody like in a talk show, and he goes, realize, take note that I don't know, 150 years ago, whatever the number is, everyone alive took a cold shower, like took a cold bath. Like, nobody had hot water. Nobody had, unless they were like heating it up in a fire. Sorry, I'm watching squirrels have an absolute rip roaring time over there. So, no matter what you're going through, you're so, to borrow, I think it's a biblical thing, but you're so highly favored, like, you're so blessed. You're so, and everybody's got a ton of shit going on. There's 100 million things that I'm worried about. And how lucky am I, right? How lucky am I to just have all of the opportunities that we have? So sometimes that's where it's hard for me, because I'm like, okay, yeah, I got this, but now what? What's the next thing? And so I forget that pause, or I have to be like, wait a minute, I just accomplished some big major thing, or I just survived something, or I just created whatever the thing is, before I jump into what's next, which is a beautiful place. I always love the future. I always love what's next. Let me just sit in this for a minute. And that's kind of been what the last couple of months has been for me here, is literally sitting outside. That's why I'm posting, all I'm posting is pictures of coffee cups and trees, is because I'm literally trying to just sit in gratitude, just trying to sit here and sit in it. I don't know how else to say that, So yes, of course I have a daily practice and things like that, but I find the gratitude that moves me forward is the one where I dedicate specific time to vocalizing it and feeling it,
Nice. You're definitely, I don't know, at least on my end here, you are once again very pixelated. So your country living comes with a
price.
Country internet.
It does. You'll have to just read the book later, I'm actually, our actual Wi-Fi is not working for some reason. So I'm actually even connected through the 5G on my phone. So I'm maxed out. Short of driving up to the tower and plugging in, there's nothing more I can do. So I'll just try and keep a cute face on, so that when I freeze, it doesn't look terrifying.
Well, I actually haven't been freezing today, just pixelating. So
well, that probably improves my skin some. So I am curious though how other people cultivate gratitude in their lives. Juliet and I do these. I mean, yes, I love catching up with my friends, and also I hope that you guys are getting some value as folks that are watching, and be a part of the conversation. I got time up here, that's for sure. So let us know type it in the comments, however you want to communicate with us. If you're not a public person and you don't like putting things in comments, send me a DM. Like, let's just have a conversation. I'm really excited about that. I always get ideas. Ooh, there's a new yellow flying creature next to me.
Give gratitude for that.
Okay. Bless its heart. Sometimes I worry that it's the cacao, because it's literally like maple syrup, chocolate, you know what I mean? Like, maybe
attracting is so much sweetness and deliciousness. The bugs are like, yes, please. I laugh because my cat like always wants whatever I have, but chocolate is not for animals. But he'll come up and sniff my cup like, what is in there? And then I'd be like, oh no, bummer, it's not for me.
It's probably some past life memory.
Well, chocolate is poisonous to dogs and cats, and so we don't want them to have it. So I'm grateful that he doesn't actually think that he wants it and tries it, because then I would have to like be on constant vigilance of my cacao and making sure he's not getting at it.
Hey, let's talk about that little ticker thing going across the bottom of the screen there.
Yes, absolutely. So we're getting really close to our third Activate the Goddess Within retreat. This is actually a 3-day retreat here. We've rented out a luxurious Airbnb and on the Intercoastal, and we have our chef extraordinaire. He's catered our prior to goddess retreats, and so we know we've got delicious food there.
I was gonna say, let's just pause for a second. Hold on. Let's give the food its due, because that man and I mean, oh my God, this bee's gonna come and take camera view any minute. You see it?
Oh, I saw it fly by.
Yeah. I can never tell which one's gonna kill you and which one's nice. I don't know, but anyway. Also, I have an audience. There's several things watching me right now, but anyway. But give the food its due, because what chef does is so amazing. First of all, there's always so much food. Like, oh my gosh, we had so much.
You ain't gonna go hungry on this retreat.
No. There's no going hungry. There's every midnight snack you could possibly want. And it's all so like healthy and delicious and wonderful. And that's not to say it's like restrictive in any way, because really, I would even call some of it indulgent. Like, it's so good, but it's so fresh and it's hand delivered to us. And, while you guys are off busy doing your things, Julian and I get it ready and we plate it and we put it out there for you. And like, I don't know. I love catered food, and I love being catered to. Like, I like nice things. As much as I love roughing it, I also love nice things. And just the food alone it's just such a great experience,
So, and then there, excuse me, there's the experience that we create, and just having watched the experience, the transformation, the results that the women who participated in the previous retreats had. Like, that's why we do this. That I can't even tell you like how happy it makes me feel afterwards when these women are talking about, what the experience has meant for them and what it's done for their lives. And like there's no words to even describe how good that makes me feel. And
I'll tell you that sometimes I'm actually surprised. Like, I always figure, okay, this is going to be cool. It's going to be transformational. Like I know, right? And then when I hear it from people, I'm like, oh man, that much? Like, oh wow, you made that giant step. You took that big leap. You now believe this about yourself that you couldn't even fathom believing before. Like, sometimes it really does surprise me all over again, And then to see that so many of the women stay in contact with each other. We have a little group, on online where everybody can chit chat. And it's so cool to see everybody reaching out to each other, you know, and every time somebody finds something inspirational and they put it out there, and like that benefits me so much, you know, like this retreat is just as much for me, for us, as it is for the folks coming, you know. I just happen to be the one doing logistics, you know, but being in community, being with other people that just want to be themselves without any pretense, that to me, like chef's kiss. That's my high.
Yeah. You know, I just, so many years of working with so many women and seeing people in the space of knowing that there's more for them out there and not knowing how to tap in and how to access that. Like, this is what these retreats are for, to help you tap into the most amazing version of yourself that's there, that just needs someone to turn the key and open the door so you can walk through. You know, I see it, I hear it time and time again. Like, you know, I wish I could have this. I wish. And this is the answer to that wish. And so if you're out there listening to us, you know, this is your sign. Like, this is the event for you to come and create that transformation that will give you what you've been looking for.
Totally. And feel free to ask us questions. Like, if the word God is throwing you off, if you don't know what, you know, activate, what's going to get activated, what does that mean? Like, if there's something not clear about our message, number one, tell us so we know, and we'll fix it. But because we have lots of words on the website, like you can see the itinerary, you can see the exact times of everything, all the pricing is there up front. Like, there's nothing hidden. We're not, you know, this, trust me, this is not a big moneymaker here. But I want you all to understand the spirit, intent, and what you're going to get out of it. And if for whatever reason that's not clear, just reach out to us. You know, I'm excited about it.
Me too. It's gonna be so cool.
Imagine, you know, I told someone the other day, I'm like, you need to come to this retreat. I know you want to, and I'm getting on a plane. I'm leaving all of this and I'm getting on a plane down through South Florida traffic, chauffeured as I might be, to come hang out with you people. So come be with me.
Yeah, there's a lot of us down here that need a Graciela fix. We miss you so much.
Well, luckily for you, I'm as fluffy as ever, so good hugs are going to be coming in. Nice.
Nice. All right. We got anything else this morning? Right.
No, I feel like we've kept them on long enough. Thank you to everybody that watched and everyone that's going to watch the replay on your lunch hour and after work and whatnot, or on your drive. Enjoy, chat with us, come be part of our community. It just gets better and better.
It does indeed. All right. Well, with that, I'm going to wish everybody a magical day, and we'll see you here next week.